Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about the benefits of yard work and gardening and all of that. I have written an infograph and I put it on my Pinterest so you can have that as a reference, and of course I will put it down in the description so you can look at that. This is just personal experience, and I love being outside in the yard, gardening, all of that. It is my haven. I love it. So we moved into this house just a couple years ago, or maybe not even that, about 2 years ago, I guess. Anyhow, so when we came here, there was a ton of ivy in the backyard, and there are a lot of plants, and I think they tried, but they all had a lot of spikes on them. The trees were horrific trees. It wasn't really a planned out yard, and just the ivy had pretty much overtaken the backyard and this whole hill thing. Last year, I spent so much time ripping out ivy, cutting it by hand, doing the whole nine, and that was huge for me. It was the first time I'd ever truly delved into gardening. Love it. It is peaceful and happy. So these are a few things that I learned and I recommend to you. Number one, I met my neighbors. They were fantastic. We have neighbors across the way who actually have a landscaping business. They've done some work for us. They helped us cut down some trees. They hauled away some stuff. They would do our lawns, and love them. And it was great to meet them. I met my other neighbor behind me who has been nothing but helpful and wonderful and kind and supportive. Just amazing. And I mean, what a blessing to be out doing something you enjoy and then you meet really great people. It's nice. I think also in gardening and trying to maintain your yard, our yard is not finished, nor is it perfect, but they know that I'm making a concerted effort to make this happen, clean it up, and just make this a livable, fun, happy space for us. I've made it pretty darn colorful. I'll show you in a minute. And it's wonderful. So meeting your neighbors, along with that is having fun with the family. I know that my son and I are outdoor cats, and actually my husband is too, but in a very different way. He's very sporty. I am not. But my son and I come out here, we play in the sand, play in the dirt. We are going to grow a bunch of things this year, and I cannot wait. He is so caring and loving, and he will take little scoops of water and pour it on a daffodil. I mean, he's just sweet. And I love this. It's a way to be in tune with nature. When I'm doing these things, I can think of just peaceful things. If I have something stirring in my mind, either, disturbing or really great, I can kind of really think it through while I'm gardening, pulling out a difficult weed. Something like that is just where I can kind of get in my zone. Another beautiful thing about that is the lessons you learn in the garden, the troubles, the solutions that you learn from the garden and how things are, naturally. You can actually associate those with different things in your life. It really has so many things, even if you take down X amount of weeds and you work so much per day, you'll make a step, and then in 2 weeks you'll be completely cleaned out. That's kind of life, if you take a little baby step here and there, in 2 weeks you're doing awesome. So I mean, it just little things always equal a lot, and I love it. It's peaceful. Surprisingly, my doctor wrote me a note kind of out of the blue the other day and said, hey, by the way, you're super deficient in vitamin D. Here's a prescription and you need more vitamin D. Number one, I am out all the time and I love the sunlight. I crave it. So I was a little surprised, but not so much. I think most people are vitamin D deficient. But being out here, I think that does boost it. And so I'm happy that we've got springtime coming along, minus all the snow. But I will be out here more, getting more vitamin D and getting healthier. On that same note, exercise. Ooh, buddy. So I had gained weight from being pregnant, bedridden, the whole nine. Just my body kind of went to poo. And medications, everything. One of the best things that I did was yard work. it gave me a goal, something to do, gave me all the benefits of meditation, thinking, doing. I am doing that legacy project that I talk about, where I am trying to do things for my husband and my son. So if I'm not here, that they can be happy. And this is one thing I have worked my guts out on, is whether I'm here to enjoy it or not, I want them to find peace and happiness and tranquility. And so the great thing is when I'm out here, it's a workout. And sometimes you want to stop your workout, but I think, you know what, it'd be nice for my family to have this. So I push myself a little harder, and believe me, it helps me, it helps them, it's wonderful. Creativity. One thing is just wonderful is I can be creative and zany and weird. It's my yard. And I know you can do things for like resale of your house or for your neighbor's benefit, but quite frankly, I'm a mom of a toddler, and we're home and we're gonna have fun. I have a ton of fake flowers right now, and I actually even have fake grass. I will show you. The thing is, I pulled out so much ivy, and I mean just rotting, nasty stuff like nests and stuff of animals. And the idea of planting something in that same soil right now for it to bloom, the way I see it, it's just going to give nutrients to the nasty ivy and just grow that ivy, and it's going to be a constant battle. What I did is I made it a positive, fun little area. I pulled out everything, cleaned as much as I could, laid down some cardboard, because I reuse all of our Amazon and Walmart boxes and everything, because we have the deliveries, and gobble. And I take those and put it down, and then I went through, put the black material stuff over, can't think of the name right now, put that on, and then I put a bunch of fake grass rugs, which I love, and I happened to get them on sale. It was awesome. And then I just put a bunch of bricks down. I made my own little benches. I'll go over those. And we have a bunch of fake flowers, paint. We have some Tibetan prayer flags, which are fun and colorful. And just, this is our happy spot, and this is where we live, and we get to enjoy it. So we get to be creative, do what we want. I've got a little sand area for my son. I'll show you that too. It's a sense of accomplishment. I've never really been a garden or yard person, I guess, before. When we were young, we'd get in trouble, and our punishment would be, you have to go weed the garden. And now I'm like, yeah, I gotta weed the garden, it's very different perspective. But I've always been working or doing something else, and I had the idea of it, but I never got to truly just get dirty, and I love it now. So I mean, it's great, and I feel like I've accomplished something, gotten out of my box, learned something new, and I'm learning. I mean, I have to say learning. I am learning every single day. I mean, it is amazing how our earth is, our environment, the growing potential, everything, the pH, the soil, what works with what. Some vegetables don't want to work together. Some will kill the other. What are plants to get rid of mosquitoes? Just wonderful, amazing things, how everything works together, and I love it. So I'm learning. In that same note, I am learning about the appreciation of the earth and nature, and that is because it is such a complex system. It is incredible, and I'm learning every day. Like, are you serious? Like, I don't know, just how we can do it. The other day I took pictures of our backyard because we have terrible soil here, which I'm trying to figure out how to fix, and we just get these like mud puddles, and like water is not going through, and I think it's a common problem around here. I don't know how to quite fix it yet. I am definitely looking. If you have any suggestions, please, I'm very much open to that. Anyhow, I took pictures to show myself where the snow wasn't melting as fast, where it was soggy, what I can do, and kind of plan it out. I want to do some vegetables and growing things this year. Last year was the takedown time. This year is to build it up and make it happy. I'm doing things that are controllable because I'm thinking of 5 to 10 years from now, right? So I am trying to do potted things. Number one, my husband, he's not into all of this, but he can enjoy it. And if I can make it so it's something kind of contained and yet beneficial, I think that will be good for him and long term. If it's out of control, it's not sustainable for a long time for him, and so I have to kind of think of those things. Anyhow, I did that. I was able to plan, and now I can kind of look at how I can do things. The idea of gardening and everything is complex, and I admire every farmer. I swear they're amazing. Anyway, gardening, farming, super cool, awesome stuff. The last bit is home improvement. It does improve your home if you build it to add value. Currently, I'm kind of half and half on that. I'm fixing a lot of things, so it's not really, I wouldn't say it's adding a ton of value at this point, quite frankly. It's cleaning up a lot of things that were kind of like iffy, like the fence behind me. Apparently that was recently built. The thing has fallen to shambles. I've had to take it down, part of it, all of that. So it's maintaining. Sometimes you have to take care of things and then you can build them up. But if you can, it's always good for home improvement, making your house worth more. To me, I'm enjoying every step of the process. I mean, I'm not even close to finished and I'm loving this. Anyhow, highly recommended. Of course, you can always have the fruits of your labors, right? You can have fruits and vegetables and flowers and trees and bushes and all the gorgeous things that come with it. But my take on this, what I wanted to share, is the absolute love and fun and excitement and benefits and greatness of being outside doing yard work and gardening. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Even if you do herbs in your house, it's just fun and exciting and just so great. Anyway, I'll do a couple little short videos or pictures for you. So anyhow, again, please subscribe to my channel. Check out the what's it called, infograph that I'll put on my Pinterest, and enjoy the outdoors. Get your vitamin D. Thanks. Here is the little bench I made last year. So I looked at some things on Pinterest, and essentially these are the cement brick things, cinder blocks, I guess, and I spray painted them black. Then to actually make this like comfortable, so I did put a couple pieces of wood in here, but I took the pool noodles and cut them up and kind of mushed them in. Now it looks a little gross because I tried to do that spray foam in there, realized it looked really weird, so I stopped while I was there. Should have stopped a little earlier. Nonetheless, it is very comfortable to sit on. I did tie it up. There's actually rope underneath there, but I do have some more rope just to keep it really sturdy, and it's pretty much weatherproof. I mean, I've left this thing obviously through the winter, so that's kind of cool. Here is the crazy fake grass, which is fun, right over all the ivy. Put these rocks here. This entire area was all ivy before, so what I did is essentially make it as good as I could for the time being. We have a little fire thing. I actually have lights that go on at night, so it looks like a little fire. It's kind of cute. Solar power everything out here. It makes sense. I have a little tree with some, or goodness, what is it? A table and chairs with flowers. Again, the Tibetan flags make it exciting, and there are lights strung across that whole thing. They're all solar lights, so actually at night it looks kind of cool back here. Our gate and fence got smashed up during this last storm, so everything kind of went down. So I actually did this temporary gate thing, and I enjoy it. I'm gonna keep it up on our fence. It's got the holes in there. It's kind of cute and bright colored, and I do not mind. Here I have a bunch of fake flowers. We will be covering them, but I mildewed them last year and just kind of waited, and I actually leave everything out over the winter just to make sure it can handle all the stress. And I'm gonna cover them up in here, and it's just gonna be fun and all year round, a little bit of happiness. And we had to chop this tree down. It was actually like pulling down the wires for the house. Really not good back here. Anyhow, I've got these. Me and my son put these out the other day so we can go over shapes and colors. All the happy things in life. These are his little bunnies. He calls one's Nicholas Bunny, one's Peter Rabbit. Kind of exciting. Anyhow, so this is where we're at right now with some of my yard. Okay, this area is for my son, and I know it looks so crazy dirty, right? And it is. We just kind of pull this out. I did one little patch of grass for him. We moved the gate around, and usually we throw a bunch of summer toys in there that he can just kind of push around, like little farms and cars, whatever. So we make a little city in there. This we're going through, we're gonna use it for decorating. I just found this. Actually, this is kind of a makeshift table. The reason why I have this kind of as is we take all these, and I have sand in here, here, and here. And then we just kind of let things go through. And I just have bamboo in these little bricks with the holes in it. And just on top of them, I mean, it's not an expensive setup whatsoever, but it's a lot of fun. And we can rearrange however we want and just pour sand and do whatever. To keep it clean from animals and other things, we have toys and sand inside. I'm letting it get a little low right now because I'll refill it. This is the one he stands on, and I usually keep clean bags in here, and then we'll use those and clean them, put them in there. And then again, there is more sand in here, but I keep that covered. Always keep it covered. It's perfectly dry and clean, and I always check on it. If you need to, check it out and get some more. Anyhow, so this is where we're at right now. Still doing a little cleanup from the last storm, and I have to fix all this mud stuff, which is going to be an awesome project because I have no clue what in the world I'm going to do with it. That used to be covered in ivy. No clue. But guess what? I'll figure it out. I love gardening. I hope you do too. I hope this has been helpful, and enjoy your day, enjoy the sun, enjoy life.